under the 49.
I think so.
Not a whole lot of interest for me Monday night. Hopefully I'll be wrapping Christmas presents or something. I'm going to go Jets 20, Indianapolis 17. Andrew Luck, I don't know if he's going to be 100% for that game. Jets' pass defense is a little suspect, but it's going to be difficult to run on them.
Just a bit.
TY's banged up. 2017 Jets, 4-8.
Yeah, I really kicked this one back and forth, and initially on the breakdown, I had this at 20-17 Indianapolis, and I see where Vegas gets that under 2-point number. But I don't think so. This Jets team has been a little bit of a mystery. They have some potential. Matt Forte is still a good player, a little bit on the slower side these days, but he's still very.
I solved that mystery in Week 4. They suck.
Well, I know, and I've been in your shoes for 14 straight years watching a bad football team.
Yes, you have.
They've got a lot of changes to make coming into next season, but you know who else has a lot of changes to make is the Indianapolis Colts. They need defensive players. They need coaching. I don't think Chuck Pagano survives this season. I really don't. I somehow or another see the Jets winning this game 26-20 and staying under that number. The 26-20, 46-point total seems like it's going to accidentally get that high. I can see Andrew Luck maybe firing one over the top and a guy like a Philip Dorsett popping a 65-yarder against Darrelle Revis, who's out. Wait, who does Darrelle Revis play for?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, that's right. Headline this week is Darrelle Revis. This was from a source considered close to Mr. Revis in Revis Island, that Darrelle Revis has made a bunch of money and he does not want to play football anymore. We knew that early on this season. That's really bad. All the things that are going on in New York are just bad. But I see the Jets actually winning this game because they do have some fight in them. 26-20. Fellas, that concludes this week. Technical difficulties, tough schedule, all those things aside, it's week 13 of the NFL, so this means this is put up or shut up for a lot of guys in their fantasy leagues. This is win or go home for a lot of teams. I know that I'm in the famed Gracie League here in Tampa, Florida, and man, we are knotted up top to bottom. There's only a couple guys who have got teams that don't have an opportunity, and one of the guys has a really nice team. He just played the high score every week. And he also had the first pick in the draft, taking Antonio Brown. So I don't know that anybody – do you guys have anybody in any one of your leagues who took Antonio Brown 1 overall and they're in the mix?
Nope.
I'll maintain that first pick.
You know who's in the mix in every league? The Ezekiel Elliott owners, who there was a lot of us that had some pushback for taking a rookie in the first round, but those that jumped on him are the ones that are benefiting right now in fantasy
Yeah, he's
football.
Been special. He's had a special season. He's no doubt the offensive rookie of the year, without question.
Right.
That's not even a discussion.
One thing I've noticed before we go, there's about 6 games that lie in that 6 to 7 point range.
Mm-hmm.
What's Vegas telling us? Because I think you guys threw it out there that Pittsburgh is much better than a 6-point favorite over the Giants. That number is just striking. Why is Detroit getting 6 points against New England? Why is Kansas City getting 6 points against Atlanta? Why are the Giants getting 6? Why is Carolina getting 7?
The handicappers are telling you that these are teams that have to win now, and these are better teams.
Well, Carolina getting 7 makes perfect sense to me. But
yeah, it does. I have a hard time seeing that. I know Carolina struggled, but think about this, too. The Carolina Panthers are probably a nip and a tuck away from being a 500 team. A couple plays here and there. I don't know. What are you getting at there, Pepper Jack?
I think, normally this time of the year, like you say, when we're getting into the nitty-gritty, you see a lot more of those 3.5, 4-point spreads for games. And all of a sudden, I don't think weather's a factor, so I don't know if injuries obviously could be a factor in some of them. But here again, Aaron Rodgers is questionable, and they're still 6-point favorites at home against Houston.
Yeah.
The only one that see, you guys like that Seattle -7. I think Carolina, as you mentioned, Tommy, they're just a couple missed plays or missed calls away from being a 500 football team. They're not as bad as they look, but they are suffering from that hangover.
That defense, their defense, especially now with no Luke Kuechly, is pretty bad.
Yeah. But that team has been close. I don't know what their average loss per deficit is. I don't know what the loss differential is, but that team's close. Cam's made some mistakes. Cam's had a terrible season.
I cursed. Sorry, I told you. It's my fault, Cam. I did it to you.
On you. It is on you. But that team's run the ball well this year. They still move the ball defensively, just not great. I don't know. Maybe you're right, Jake. Maybe this is the week that all these games are setting you up to not take the dog and get stuck in the rear. Take one right in the ghoulie.
Take it in the ghoulie. All right, for Sunday swim purposes, I was pretty hot last week. Yes. I'm going to go out on a limb and take the Detroit Lions plus the 6. I'm going to go against that thought process, but I think Detroit, they had an extra 10 days off because of the Thanksgiving game. They're going to play New Orleans close. That's going to be a good game. That's going to be a shootout. I think that I'm taking Detroit plus the 6 in my Sunday swim.
I'm going to fry me up some cheese curds and take the Packers.
The Packers.
That's a big afternoon. I got to tell you what, guys, this is your first season involved with our friends at Sunday Swim. Pretty damn cool, right?
Yeah, I enjoy it.
Yeah, Joe, you enjoyed it more than you enjoyed your standard fantasy football league this year.
Yeah, that is actually very, very, very true statement.
Yeah, and I think there's a lot of people out there that do play their standard leagues, and in your standard fantasy football league, by like week 4 if your team sucks. By week 6 if you're out. With Sunday Swim, you can really balance yourself. You can stick around a long time if you play the right strategy. I've popped a couple parlays the last few weeks that snuck myself back in. Last week I was fortunate enough to have both the Giants and Tennessee hold on, and in both of those games, I watched Tennessee almost shit the bed there with a few seconds left. Had it not been for a couple Albert Lewis or whoever it was, the young wide receiver Marquez Wilson in Chicago dropping passes, I'm out. But yeah, Sunday Swim's been awesome, man. So glad that they're a part of our team here, and glad we were able to contribute, and look forward to doing it again next year.
Hey, Joe, did you notice that Tom's in first place in Sunday Swim and he doesn't want to offer us who he's taking?
You know what? I would. My debacle, my Vegas debacle is pretty much knocked my ass out of first place. I was leading for I'd say the first 7 weeks of the year, and then I had a complete meltdown in Sin City and didn't do any of my shit, and here I stand in third place.
Yeah, you did. You robbed yourself.
Well.
Robbery.
Well, on that note, man, we're going to hit our time limit. We're going to call it a Saturday afternoon, but quickly, Sunday Swim, I'm taking the Tennessee Titans. Oh, wait, no, I'm not. All right. That said, folks, thank you very much. We have once again emptied the tank, left it all on the field. All those other sports cliches are done. Go have yourself a great Sunday. We will see you in the middle of the week as we start to approach some fantasy playoff stuff. So everybody have a great night. Thanks for listening, and we'll tune in later.
Adios.